everyone and welcome. My name's Suzanne from Nonstop Papercrafts. Welcome back to my craft room. Today I am working on my travel suitcase. I'm doing this as part of a challenge in the Line.Arrow Facebook group. Now I am posting this a little bit late. It was a challenge that happened in August, but there are lots of challenges going on in the group every month and also weekly challenges. These little tags that you can see here on the side, these little fabric tags, were a weekly challenge that I posted in the group a little while back, and yeah, they were perfect for this little suitcase. So this suitcase that I have built is just out of an old HP instant ink box, and I have covered it in the beautiful travel theme papers by Line.Arrow called Follow Your Heart. As always, a beautiful kit from Natalie at Line.Arrow. I'm going to use this die from Beebeecrafts that I showed in a previous video. It cuts out a wallet shape, so I thought this would be perfect for my travel suitcase. I did some test cuts last time. It has this beautiful stitching along the edges which give a beautiful effect on the pages. Just to speed the process up a little bit, I have already pre-cut my pieces, so all of the bits in blue are from the die cut, and then I have cut down to size some of the pieces of paper from the kit just so I can cover up the blue a little bit. But I essentially have my wallet, and then I have the pockets which I cut out a couple of times because I'm going to make this an expandable wallet. So I'm changing up the die a little bit, trying to see what I can do with it. So I've got all of my pieces here for the outside and the inside of the main wallet die. I then have two of these pockets which are going to slot inside. Okay, and the last piece is this section here. So I've cut this down to size so it is the height of the closed wallet, and as you can see I have scored at every ½ inch. And all I'm going to do here is just create an accordion fold so that I can have an expandable pocket just to fit more goodies in at the end. So before I start sticking things down, I just want to distress the edges, so I'm using vintage photo just to go around the edges of all of the blue parts and the printed papers, just to kind of give it that vintage look. I've done this on the rest of the travel suitcase as well, just again to give it that old aged vintage look. I appreciate inking isn't for everyone, but I do like the look, and I always make sure that I get into those creases as well, because if it is an old document or an old wallet, then those creases would be looking very worn, very tired. So I do like to make sure that I'm inking in all of the creases as well. So I'm now going to work on the accordion fold. So I want to make sure that this is obviously inked up as well. This needs to be aged, but I want this stuck down before I put my printed papers on, so that it can hide where this is actually glued down. So I've just folded it just like an accordion, and then I am going to ink up around the edges of this as well. And then I do exactly the same for the other side. So accordion fold, push down to make sure that we've really burnished those edges. You can of course use a bone fold for this. I have just used my fingers, and then inking them up as well. Okay, so when it comes to sticking them down, I want them so that it looks like an M shape. Now I know this has obviously got more folds in the middle, but the idea is that you've got a mounting fold coming out the side. And then the idea is these pockets are going to slot in those other folds in the middle. So I'm going to stick down those edges first onto that back panel, and then I can put my printed papers over the top. Okay, brilliant. So now, just after giving that a good push down, that is the inside covered. So now it's just about the outside and the pockets that go inside. Here I am just double checking the size to make sure that it goes in. It is a little bit tight, and as you can see it does bend a little bit, so I will be trimming the edges just ever so slightly on each side, so trying not to cut into that stitching but just getting very close up to it. And now it fits much more comfortably inside. And now I'm happy. I think I will decorate. I'm just choosing the pieces that I want to go on the pocket. I am trimming the bottom just so it's even all the way around with that stitching. It does now mean that obviously my papers are going to have to be trimmed down, but I do that once it's all stuck down because it's easier for me to then see the edging, and then I'll do the inking once it's all put together as well. So after putting it together, I did actually decide I only wanted one pocket on the inside. I just felt that it fit better. I didn't want to try and squish something else in there. So I'm now just folding over that top tab. It's not a tight fold because obviously I do want this to be expandable, so I'm not just harshly folding it over. I'm allowing a little bit of a spine, if you like, at the top of that fold. So the next thing I'm going to do is just cover the front and the back, and then we will work on a closure. So before I stick that front panel down, I'm just bringing in some other bits and pieces that are from the kit. I quite like these kind of long rounded strips. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to use. I just want to reinforce that tab a little bit because obviously it's just a thin blue tab. I obviously want this a little bit thicker because this is an expandable wallet. I'm not using it as it's designed to be. I just want to make sure that it can handle me putting lots of different bits and pieces in here. So I'm just adding this piece here before I stick down the base, because then it will then cover up a little bit of that tab. I do decide to just ink underneath just so it's not so stark white. I'm not too bothered that you can see the blue underneath. Obviously you can see the blue edging around the whole wallet anyway, and once the closure's attached then you won't really see that anyway, so that doesn't bother me. I could have covered the other side, but as I say, it's not something that I'm worried about. So to make the closure, again, I'm just pulling other bits from the kit that I quite like. I really love this blue, so I'm thinking of using that, as I think that's a good place for this tab to just tuck behind. I'm just trying to work out how far down my closure comes, and again just distressing before I stick it down into place. I'm now pulling out some more things just to perhaps just decorate it up a little bit. I'm trying to decide what else I would like on there. So I'm just using these flowers that I fussy cut out. It also covers up that little boy's face a little bit, as many of you know. I'm not one for having faces on things, so at least those flowers kind of cover it up a little bit and it looks pretty. And there we go, there's the little expandable wallet, so just a slight variation on what the die would have produced. What I really like about this is because it is an expandable wallet, then all of the smaller fussy cuts that also come in this kit, it's a handy place to store those. So obviously it's not huge, but it's a cute little holder, I think, for just smaller pieces. So if you are travelling, it'd be great for storing stamps or something like that. So yeah, very happy with this little make. So as well as this cute little expandable wallet, I did have a further play around with this die, and I also created this. This is also a wallet holder. You'll see it's a different shape and size to that one, but I used the same die. I just played around with it in a different way, which I'll show you when I open it. So it's just bound by string, this one, so a different closure. And then as I open it fully up, you'll be able to see that that top half is the die. And then all I've done is I've cut that twice. So this time the other side, the bottom half, is also that die, and I've just overlapped them to create lots of different pockets. So I've essentially cut this twice and now created lots of pockets. So I've got a big deep pocket here. I then have a small tuck spot where the two pieces overlap, and then another nice big one at the top. And then on the other side, again, where they overlap and they join, I've got a nice little tuck spot there as well. So just another cute little way that you can mix up this die and use it slightly differently. I also have this, which I know looks a little bit scraggy. This is as far as my sewing skills go, I'm afraid. But these are the bits that I actually test cut last time. And I thought, well, I've got all this fabric cut and might as well put it to some use. So I've put a little popper button on there, which holds it together really, really well. And I actually really quite like this. I've got two lovely little pockets inside. I love the denim. I love the little floral pattern. I think it all works really, really well. Like I said, just very scruffy sewing on my part. But yeah, another really cool little wallet made from this die. Well, thank you so much for joining me today while I do these makes. It was all part of a challenge in the Line.arrow Facebook group. I will put the group down below so you can go and check out the group. It is awesome. Lots of challenges, both monthly and weekly, and a very, very friendly bunch there. I will also put the link down for the die below if you are interested in purchasing as well. There is also a discount code which I will put below as well if you purchase through Beebeecrafts. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crafty day, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much now. Bye bye.